Hello everyone, today I'm going to give you my Batteryman deck profile. Now I just recently built this deck due to the new support in Flood, and I do have to say that this deck's a lot of fun to run. Now it's a glass cannon, of course, with so many rogue decks, but the thing is, this deck's so much fun when it's actually meant to do what it's supposed to do, and that is to OTK your opponent. Now let's get off to the deck profile. First, you want to run 3 Batteryman 9-volt, because this deck, Batteryman 9-volt, is the main normal summon monster you want to see in your hand. It lets you search out a card and it goes up to 2000 attack, which helps you beat over certain monsters. And it's also level 4 for those rank 4 plays if you have more level 4s on the field. Now here comes the newest support, Batteryman Solar. Now, when I was building this deck, they only sent me 2 Solars, and so the Batteryman Microcell is a fill-in for the 3rd Solar. This deck really needed a second normal summon monster after Batteryman 9-volt, and Solar does that. Batteryman Solar lets you dump a Batteryman monster into your graveyard, and also lets you summon a token onto your field too, which is always nice for fodder. Now, getting off to Batteryman Charger, I run 3 Charger, and this is because Charger is one of the monsters you want to see to try to OTK your opponent, because for every Batteryman monster you have, it gains 300 attack, which is always very nice to have when you're trying to OTK your opponent. So this monster by itself is 2100, and if you have a couple more, it can easily get up to 2700 attack, which helps you get over any other monsters. Now, the next card I run is 3 Fuel Cell. You always want to see the Fuel Cell due to it having 2100 attack, and it also has the effect, which comes in handy sometimes. You contribute 1 Batteryman monster to target 1 card on your opponent's field and send it to the opponent's hand, which is always nice. Then I run 1 Batteryman Industrial Strength. He's the boss monster of the deck, and it's always nice seeing him in the mid to later game when you need him, when you've used up so many resources that you can now summon him, but you do not want to see him at all in your opening hand or the early game, else he's just a brick card, so that's why I want him at 1. Next, I run 3 Summoned Monk, and that's for I run 3 Summoned Monk due to try to help with consistency, because so many times I noticed that I brick in this deck where I don't open any normal summon monsters I needed, and so I would have to pass turn. And so with running a lot of spell cards in this deck, Summoned Monk helped me go for link plays, make 3 plays, and also get Batteryman monsters in my field that I can use for next turn. Also, going off of that thinking, I did 2 Thunder Seahorse because this deck's biggest problem is consistency. So I run 2 Thunder Seahorse to try to thin out deck search, to unbrick my hand so I can play next turn. Then I'll play 1 Barrier Statue of the Heavens. This card, sometimes you go first, or if you don't have the best hand, Barrier Statue of Heavens can literally save you games because it can stall out the opponent's deck if they are unable to special summon to get over this monster. And so it allows you to stall a little bit and until you are able to find the Batterymans to try to OTK your opponent. Now that's the monster count I run. And let's go to the spell cards I run. So I run 2 Battery Charger, and it lets you special summon 2 Batteryman monster from your graveyard. And so it's nice mid to late game if you need a little extra damage to put you over the top. And then I play 2 Short Circuit. I don't play 3 because the clog's at 3, but this card says when you have 3 or more Batteryman monsters on the field, destroy all cards your opponent controls. Now this is very important because it allows you to OTK your opponent and do what this deck's pretty much meant to be. Then I run 1 Recycling Batteries, and again, it's mid-late game when you have used up pretty much all your resources, and you just need to recur some Batteryman monsters from your graveyard back to your hand. And then I run 1 Dark Hole and 1 Regeki, just for board wipes, so you can OTK your opponent better. Then run 3 Call by the Grave, and this is pretty much to stop any hand traps from on your turn, because if anything gets ashed or ghost ordered, it really hurts. Any kind of hand traps hurts this deck greatly, and so anything that can help avoid hand traps and let you get to your plays to OTK your opponent is a must play in this deck. For the next card I run 3 Scapegoat, and this is, as I said before, this deck really struggles with any kind of defense, and so I really use Scapegoat for any kind of defensive plays. Sometimes I pass turn with just a set Scapegoat, because Scapegoat will make me live for a turn, and then I can try to OTK them the next turn instead of trying to blow my hand on on a instead of trying to use up all my resources where I weren't able to OTK them. And so Scapegoat lets you sort of conserve resources in that way. And then I run 2 Mind Control, and this is just to help clear your opponent's board and be able to OTK them, and then you can also link away their monsters, which is always nice. And since this deck involves a lot of tributing, I run 1 Monarch Stormforth, and then I run 1 Monster Reborn, and 1 Upstart Goblin for consistency. And those are all the spell cards I run. For the trap cards, I run 3 Portable Battery Pack. Now, this trap card is pretty much an upgrade called Haunted. You want to see it in mid to late game, so you can continue to recurve resources and try to OTK them, because the big problem with Batteryman is consistency and also resource. Time to get to the extra deck. For the rank 4s I run Tornado Dragon, Abyss Dweller, Castell, and Diamond Direwolf. Those are the 4 rank 4s I run. And then for the Link monsters I run Link Spider, Link Revo, those are the Link 1s. And then for the Link 2s, I run Poxy Dragon, Unclock Taker, Mrs. Radiant, Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Cerberus, and Ib. And then for the rank 3s, I run Ningirsu and Nightmare Unicorn. And then for the rank 4, I run Sayuja. Now that's my deck profile for today. I hope you enjoy it, and let me know what you think of Batteryman's. Let me know what you think of Batteryman's as a deck. Now remember, have a great day today, and don't be afraid to pick up this deck because it's so much fun.